Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of a Nation Wave, and this is day 24 of the February Daily Draws. Let's see what message we get today, and I'll be taking the first card from the Gilded Tarot Royale, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch, Imbolc Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading on the way. Here we go. It's the Ten of Wands. We're feeling that perhaps we're carrying a big burden. Are we sort of getting weary of carrying this heavy load? Or the responsibilities that we're taking upon ourselves? And, he's just progressing along there. And, even the stag there is looking at him. The deer are there and they're looking at him as if to say, what are you doing? Do they know that perhaps he's trying to carry too much? Perhaps. Or was there a better way he could have carried them? Sometimes we take on too much. Sometimes we take on things that are not ours to take on. Sometimes we take them on because the people that should be doing them don't do it. And it needs to be done, so we take on that extra responsibility. Should we have done that? If we hadn't, would the other people have done it? Would the job have got done? And what would have been the consequences of that? All these things have perhaps played on our minds. And sometimes we can bite off more than we can chew. We can sort of get too enthusiastic about something and take on too much. We feel, particularly if we don't take it all on at once. If it all came upon us all at once, we probably would understand the great weight of it. But if it piles on gradually, sometimes we get accustomed to it, and it doesn't. We don't feel it straight away. We do eventually, the longer that we carry it. And the tens are near the end of the cycle, so it's almost like, the moon's in the sky. Is it that the day's almost done? Is it like, the cycle's almost done here? We've just got to go that little bit further. So there could be that aspect to it as well, that we've done it so far. We just might as well take it the rest of the way until we can put some of these things at least down. But the question we need to ask ourselves is, was everything that we're carrying our responsibility to carry? Because sometimes the things we have to carry out of necessity, and they are ours to carry, and they can be quite burdensome. They're heavy enough without piling on extra that really we don't need to take on, and maybe ought not to take on. So maybe we need to be asking ourselves that viewing the weight of burden and responsibility that we have, is it all ours? And is there a bet? And if it is, that which is ours, if it's still burdensome, are we able to carry it? And if not, the way that we have been, and if not, can we carry it a different way? Is there a different way in which we can still get done the things we need to do, but get a bit of help? Or organize it a bit better, or the means of which we do it? Is there a different way of doing it? And of course, we each have our own individual circumstances, so only we can answer that question for ourselves. But if we're feeling sort of burdened by the weight of responsibility, the weight of things that we have to do, then just think about how we can do this, and if we can put some of them down for a time to lighten the load. Is there a way to lighten the load? Are there things that we don't need to carry that we can lighten the load of, because we'll have enough carrying the stuff that we need to? But what this card also says is just hang in there. It is tough. It can make you weary, but you're doing a good job. And you're building resilience and strength through the experience. But don't overdo it so that you're too overwhelmed and it breaks your back, it crushes you. That's when it goes too far. Don't let it get to that stage, is what this card is saying. Do something about it. Take a pause where you can. As I said, if there are things that you can lay down, if only temporarily, lay them down. You can always pick them up later. But have faith that you can finish the task, you can get to where you want to be, and you can carry what you need to carry all the way there. Sometimes it does feel a bit tiring. It does feel as if you feel like giving up, but don't give up. You can do this. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Amethyst. Go where your spirit dwells, where your sight is clear and your breath is liberated. Go where your spirit dwells. Follow your spirit in this. Follow your intuition. Follow, what do you really feel intuitively, in your gut, in that right deep inside? What is your spirit telling you about this situation? What wisdom does that inner voice have to impart upon you? Because you may already know the answer to the questions that have been raised here. Maybe you've just not wanted to look at the answers within. But trust in your spirit, for that's where the liberation comes. That's what will get you through and give you the stamina you need and the wisdom to be able to know how and what to carry. What to carry and how to carry it is a better way of saying that. So trust in yourself. Trust in that inner voice, that guidance that comes from within. That's where sometimes when we're tired and weary and we've got everything piling upon us, sometimes we just need to take a moment and listen to that inner voice as to the best way forward. And that is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 25. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.